Hi there, this is Jake Basile here with your Stony Brook Sports Update. It's a beautiful day outside and certainly one that feels like spring, and our Stony Brook spring sports are well on their way. Men's baseball suffered a tough loss to the McNeese State Cowboys down in Louisiana. The big bright spot of the weekend came from freshman Colton Book, who threw for 5 scoreless innings in the middle matchup, but McNeese roared back in Game 3 on Sunday, silencing the Seawolves Swingers in Sunday's game to take the series 2-1. They'll have a sunny series this weekend when they ship down to take on South Florida. Meanwhile, men's lacrosse defeated Robert Morris on Saturday. Stony Brook notched 18 goals behind 2 hat tricks, one from Mike McCannell and the other from Dylan Palinetti. Unfortunately, the women's team endured a heartbreaker up in Syracuse, where they lost by 1 point. Both teams are in action again this weekend. Our women's basketball team is on a roll. Last week, they had 3 games, which ended up with 3 big wins. The biggest came against Hartford on Saturday, where the Seawolves tallied a season-high 95 points on the Hawks. The men's went 1-2 on the week, dropping a game against UMBC and splitting a weekend home-and-home against Hartford. They both will take on UMass Lowell tonight, with the women's game here on campus and the men over in Massachusetts. However, the biggest news may have come off the court. Stony Brook President Maury McInnes wrote a letter to the America East Conference requesting that they reinstate our student athletes for conference playoffs. In the letter, she labeled the decision as unjust and punishing our student athletes. We'll stay on top of that story. In much more cheerful news, the Seawolves hockey team has won the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League Championship. It's their 5th ESCHL title and their first since 2016. They crushed Drexel in the semifinal game but had a tougher go in Saturday's matchup against Delaware. Forward Scott Lawson scored early in the third period to make it 3-1, which proved to be the eventual game winner in a 4-2 victory. The team now has enjoyed over 2 consecutive decades of winning teams, and the university, along with USG, couldn't be more lucky to have them representing Stony Brook. Next up for our Seawolves skaters are Nationals in March. Moving beyond our Long Island campus all the way to Beijing, the 2022 Winter Olympics were Sunday. Norway finished in first with 16 gold medals and 37 total medals, breaking their own record for gold medals. No other country was close, with Germany in second place winning just 12 medals. Team Finland was also defeated Russia to win the gold medal in hockey, which was a first for them. However, for NBC, the Winter Olympics weren't as successful. They experienced a 47% ratings drop-off from 2018, likely influenced by the many controversies of this year's Olympics, along with underperforming American athletes. That'll do it for today's sports report. We'll see you next week here on WUSB News.